Okay, good morning, everybody. Oh, what's going to happen today? Oh, a little whipsaw there. Well, interesting. So far, I'm starting to get a red bar ignored. There's a one-day event, that sell-off that occurred that no one had answers to, direct answers as to what happened. There was a lot of speculation. Option this, option that, different news, whatever. Maybe market's just a little ahead of itself, and the S&Ps moved up to an all-time high, not the spiders or SPX. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Anyway, um, going to be a quiet day. A little activity first in the morning, and then things are going to go dead probably by 11 o'clock, give or take. And yeah, the thing to be watching out, into next week is does this continue to go sideways where the 20 MA catches up, and then the new all-time high. I mean, we shall see. Um, Certainly, is the trend being up as it is. Interest rates. They had an up day yesterday. They turned around after reaching that support, which we'll take a look at. But look, however you measure it, the markets have gone up a lot, and part of a topping process often begins with some volatility and where things start to whip around a bit. Some range expansion bars, and um, up at a high. Most of the time, the buyers don't give it up very easy, whereas at the bottom, sellers typically do. And so that's what it looks like we're in for. Markets gapped up yesterday, and you know, they jiggled around a little bit, and then at the end of the day, they didn't go down, so they went up a little bit. Not really any kind of a big deal. You can see here there's this little rally here that near the end of the day in the green room, actually we saw this price action, and even on the 5 minute, it was a little more clearer, and the Russell was acting pretty good where it had come up into this resistance area. So there was a little tiny rally that occurred near the end of the day. So it got deep into the big range expansion red bar with a bottoming tail bar. Inside day, neutral, a little more positive, and we'll just see where today goes. And now it's gapping up to the red bar's close. So retracement wise, let's just call it about 90%. What's going to stop it from going up? Maybe even above that high, considering where it's at. There isn't much. So we look into the left, there's this minor resistance area. Let's just get my, you know, it's a minor resistance area, which is this drawing tool. It's a kind of a pain. Where did it go? Oh, um, now you can see where it is, and it's right up at that minor resistance area, but it's beyond what's directly to the left. And what's directly to the left is resistance would be a little higher. And so it's stalled here. There's no turn on that lower right chart. And so where I would think it would go is somewhere up here. The next, there's some overlapping bars right here. So that 475, and then, maybe it keeps going. We'll just see. On the economic news, it whipped around and now up and up and away, and it's just dead in the water there. So I got to check these quotes on SPX. So based on where this is at and last numbers I looked at, you'd think that the bottom number would be a no-brainer. Let's see here. Come on. Jeez. I can't move it anyway. Let's just see here. So still 47.10. And I like to get as far and 48.05 when it moved up a little bit. That's better. If you anytime you get on the other side of a whole number, that's good. Is that bear sandwich in your picture? Are you talking about the picture that I showed pre-market? We'd never be a bear sandwich. I'm not sure if that's what you meant, Don. Anyways, so things are up here. I think you can do either one. Either one. I like this on the other side of the whole number. But I'd wait to see if this gets up to that minor resistance area up there, and maybe you get 48.10, which would probably be a no-brainer. All right, other markets. Let's just look at the ETFs first. You had the gap up yesterday, didn't go much of anywhere. Where is it now? Right at the top of the red bar, give or take a little bit. So, it was like everyone who ran for the fire door, they ran fire, and things just, I guess, got out of hand, selling, begetting selling. And we'll see where it goes, gapping up a little bit up there. It's got a shot at, coming up to that area. We'll see how far it gets. NQs are up. I'm just looking to see if something's actually above the high of the red bar already, but it's got some room to run. So I'm thinking it runs up to the top of the red bar, maybe gets above it. I'm getting a little correction bar here. There's 3.5 minutes left to go on that bar, but that's the kind of thing you want to see. Well, a few things. Look at this right here, bear sandwich kind of thing. And you get the whip, it goes up, red bar tries to go down, it takes out the low, back up again. Now it's sideways at the top of this bar. And again, this bar's not done, 3 minutes to go, but it took out the prior low. And if it can close well, maybe it can continue to close this void up here. What's the thought? Just sideways, same story, decent price action there right now. Like it could go higher. YM is actually down. Something in the Dow is lower, I suspect. Can take a look. Nike. Okay. Somebody not buying shoes for Christmas. Woohoo, 108. Wow, that's a coal in your Nike. Closed at 122 and change. Now it's at 107. Oh, yeah, 107 and change. That's not nice. Anyway, I mean, UNH had a bit of a crack the other day, and that's a big influence. That's really not doing much here, but you can see that drop that it had. So, some cracks in the armor there. And, what's old Bitcoin doing here? Currently holding up well at resistance, like it's going to go higher. After that red bar, working that off. And interest rates. Let's see there. Getting tight, 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 tight. Coming down into this support wide range bar last week. They'll make the turn. Well, let's start to make the turn. You can see yesterday was a little bit of it. That's how it starts. Transportation, whoa. Well, this is the ETF. That's up at its destination now. And you see the difference between the ETF and the regular transports because there's more stocks in the ETF. I think 50 versus this has is 20. So kind of forming a 1, 2, 3 there. And SMHs, negating that red bar. So yeah, there was a few stocks yesterday near the end of the day that we checked out in the room that look like some semis that look like they're going to go higher. Dan will cover those. And for me, well, gold was doing nothing yesterday. Oh, a little bit move up. What's the dollar doing here? They still got this, haven't fixed this, but it looks like it's going down a little bit. And now euro continues to go up. So maybe a little inflation thoughts going on there in front of the holiday. Oil, you know what? We covered it's down at support, trying to create one of these shakeout patterns. H, a better example where they break down 100% retracement into the resistance and going sideways. So and you see the red bar, the green bar. Keep an eye on these as these oil stocks try and bottom out here. All yours, Dan. Happy holidays. Those you on social media.
Good morning. Yeah, talking about oil, the only alarm that I have that went off was OIH put spread. We entered this on Wednesday, and then the topping tail went against us a little bit, stabilized. We just had to sit through it. My alarm went off. I see one print up here at 322. If it is capping that high, I'm going to be looking to turn to close this thing into profit. But yeah, XOP, XLE up. All right, let's see on YouTube. Gold. Yeah, capping over these red bars. I'm personally not a fan of trading gold stocks, but yeah, a number of them do look higher. It's bullish consolidation after that igniting bar. COP is just too sloppy unless you're talking about a put spread. The best one in that I think was below. Below had this gap breakout from big old bottoming pattern, and it's actually a pullback. So I like below better. So I'm going to put that back on my list. Yep. Yeah. You know what? NEM, I think I like a tad better. I like the A/B test, gapping over these two red bars in the 200. Bullish weekly. There's a bear sandwich breakout. So let's put NEM on the list. Raul SWTX. Yeah, there's a buy setup. Yeah, I like it. Daily, weekly, monthly looks fantastic. I posted Alex's AAP as a buy setup, but that looks great. Let's set and learn 33.45. It might trigger right at the open with the market up a little bit. But yeah, good buy setup. So look at AAP I posted. Another buy setup, controlled pullback, turn. So I posted this both as a long stock and short put spread. RWT for a while. Yeah. Yeah. Raul, yeah, Greg told me that you've been training with him for many years, and yeah, you come up with good stuff. Raul, why don't you come into our green room? Um, don't blame it on work, anything silly like that. Set an alarm at 7:50. Alex, did you approve Sam's day off today? Look, my alarm just went off already. Nope. All right, so he's in trouble. All right, we don't need bowling. I'm gonna put our WT down here in the bottom right. Thomas WDC. Yeah, I had WDC and STX. Well, Thomas, I answered your email pre-market, and that was on your list. Very similar to STX, the cousin. All right, earnings here, we don't have much. Nike. This fits into the category of excessive gap to support. Let's see what it does. But my bias initially, if it sets up, I don't know, 10, 15, 30-minute high. I'm looking to sell a 0 DTE put spread under the pre-market low or days low. But yeah, and then so check, his cousin is what, Foot Locker's one of them, a couple others, but Foot Locker bearish gap down. LMNR, light volume, no interest. Air, see one print here at 67, but it's not liquid. Wednesday, we did an MT live on tails, and that is a perfect example of danger. That was a bullish wide range green bar, closed under the open range expansion. That is total danger breakout failure. That's it. No earnings things. All right, NT's getting friggin' whacked here, courtesy of the Chinese government. Yeah, thanks, Robert. I made the comment yesterday in the green room that I think it was one of those really more powerful ones that even if you have 20 years experience, I guarantee you our commentary added some more things for you to think about. All right, so NTs, the government is Chinese restricting, I don't know, the way it gives prizes and things for kids addicted to video games. That is one ugly gap. Man, look at the size of that weekly gap down. So I'm going to put that in the category. I got PDD in the other chart. Let's put NTs there. I put that in the category of excessive gap. Let's see what it does. I think Billy, competitor, big old gap too, but I don't like this, the way this one trades. And look at the monthlies and a power downtrend. So yeah, hey, Raul says, yeah, he's thinking of coming to the green room. So Raul, we got a no-brainer $7 trial, but I think you've been in there before. So you know us, but we all don't forget we have that yearly special with significant discount. He's also asking about Ford. Yeah, that's a closing breakout of a little bull flag there. Flagpole, bullish consolidation. The only problem is reward to risk. I just don't know. And it's, 15-minute chart, it's up a little bit. So I'd say watch a pullback. And Rocket Lab, I think got a contract, bullish gap. Let's watch that on a pullback. PDD. I'm assuming this is gapping down on that China news also. See, now this gap is not excessive at all. So I posted this as a call spread for the 150, whatever I posted, I forget. But that's a beautiful, this bearish gap down is leaving 2 weeks of bars as resistance. Florida, we looked at Tau, another Chinese thing. CGNX. So I think these are a couple of Sam's list or Alex's list. Oh no, this was Thomas's email. And I said over the red bar, Thomas, I have an alarm at 4220. FTNT closing breakout from a 180 continuation. Just when you got all this resistance to the left, I just it's harder for me to pick a target. But it looks like it wants to grind higher, and it's a bullish pre-market. Uh, these are Alex. This is from your list. I wrote down Goose. Yeah, a little. So we've been talking about triangles, rectangles, wedges, green room. So this one's actually a symmetrical triangle after a wide range breakout. So you draw a downtrend line, you draw an uptrend line, and it goes into the apex. So it's gapping down. I'm going to set an alarm at 1275 to see if it's only going to trigger if it's strong, indicates a gap. Um, Delta 20 hut. That's one of those. Riot Mara Bitcoin things. It's up a lot, the bullish price action. And you all know I got my weekly and monthly right here. So that's actually Delta 20, a very bullish weekly monthly for a long-term bottom. It's not it's up a lot, so you don't have a no-brainer entry. But I'll put it on the list. KRTX, speaking of excessive gap, 316. Yeah, it's therapeutics, so playing with fire with those. All right, back to Alex's list, GTN. There's a little bull flag, double bottom, new low plus monthly. So I like GTN on my list. LSCC, red bar ignored into the void. That looks higher. Mister, it's just bullish price action with Bitcoin being strong. It's puts for idea. NYCB, a buy setup. Deep retracement, so you do not expect a new high. But so what? Mr. T, if it can get, I would say if it can get over Tuesday's green bar, then it might go to 17. TFC, another buy setup, strong uptrend. Look at the rising 20 above the 50. So C-Web, I mentioned getting whacked on China. That's a nasty gap. Look at that monthly. Man, this thing had to have done a reverse split because $1,100. Wow, that is ugly. I think dealing with China is like similar to bio stocks just because of the dictatorship of the government. They can wreak havoc on you. So BMY is buying a company 14 billion gap down. So guess what? I have an alarm at 5150. If this can take out Wednesday's high, then it's a bottoming pattern. Red bar ignored. True. Well, Alex, Alex, no, no standards is a standard, right? So that's their standard is don't bother me with accounting because they're cooked. I tell you whatever I feel like telling you. SLV, yeah, that is a nice void. That's Kaz on YouTube. Yeah, had a little buy set up there. That would have been a good place to nibble right there. But now, I would say the stop has to be under Wednesday's low. Give it a little bit of a room, but it has a void up to 23. All right, below. All right, I added that courtesy of Thomas. All right, we added those, so now let's go up. Marvel, we did a half lot into the close yesterday. Baxter, I like. Consolidation here. That's Target, a strong consolidation. There's STX along the cousin of WDC. ALGM is a long over yesterday's high. Zebra, it would have to get over Wednesday's high for me to have any interest. ACN, Bear Sandwich, we bought a half lot yesterday into the close. Same with GE. ULCC, just what we call a continuation breakout. But say that this is different than when I tell people you're just getting on board a moving train, like that rising wedge we talked about yesterday, whatever symbol it was, I forget. Because this is rested. This went sideways and then closing breakout. So this is a new trade. It's not a getting on board moving train that has no support. SWTX alarm, I forget who's oh, that was on Thomas pre-market. So Thomas, that alarm's going off, looks great. Monthly breakout looks great. And then your RWT. Cigar. Let's sorry, different. All right, key looks higher. Yeah, has to get over Wednesday's high, but remember there was a lot of these beautiful retests on the monthlies. Yeah, I wrote down on your list, Alex, I wrote down this one, NYCB. Oh, but that's totally different pattern. All right, so SWTX. This looks great. All right, NT is going lower here. RWT, I have an alarm already, so let me put SWTX here. RWT, I'll set an alarm at 750. Oh, I have an alarm there already. Oh, but it went on, so now I reset it. Oh, thanks, Alex. Shoot, I didn't know that. All right, I was getting well, I would have caught it when I checked earnings, but thanks. All right, let's buy this thing. Let me check earnings. RWT 28, we're good. So let's buy this over Wednesday's high, stop Wednesday's low. All right, I'll make that pretty in a minute. All right, let's see. We're at in the video. We have Boeing call spread that expires today. Looks great. Let's move stuff over 264. All right, 267. $0.21. All right, Delta 20 ANSS. 1 second. BGNX alarm. All right, 1 second, I'll get to you. CQNX. Yeah, yeah, I think it's. Oh, I'm sorry. This is my alarm went off. Yeah, I like this over the red bar. Um, so red bar 42.28. Let's do 42.31 just for the fun of it. Well, not for the fun of it, but that's just because it's so close. Yeah, my alarm just went off. Yeah, I got busy here all of a sudden. But yeah, AAP alarm went off. Yeah. All right, 2:15, we're good there. All right, so I'm a little behind right now. Give me a minute. CQNX, set alarm. 2:32. Yeah, AAP looks great. I also gave put spread, C drill. I'd say 30-minute high, maybe. You still got this resistance, but this consolidation being 80, 85% into that is bullish. So going on the list. And Delta 20, I didn't forget you. ANSS. Well, yeah, I don't know what to do with that. Excessive gap. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. One here on my, oh, I think this was yeah, it was this one. They're buyout rumors. Yeah, ANSS is buyout rumors, but I don't know what to do with that. And that's crazy that something gaps that much. And you got to assess the likelihood of the rumor coming to fruition. Otherwise, it's a friggin' lottery ticket. Uh, yeah, GM, yeah, Thomas mentioned Ford also. Um, yeah, it's a man up a lot, but it's consolidating, looks higher. BMY, so that it ignored that gap. No pattern yet, but just something to take note of. Visco, yeah, I like Visco. Yeah, yeah, daily, weekly. Just buy Visco here. Stop yesterday's low. I'm assuming you checked earnings. Yeah, Visco looks great. CGNX alarm. Wow, that got more busy than I expected. All right, NT's middle chart there. I see got a bid. OIH. All right, OIH did not gap up to 322, but we still got we got an open profit now. All right, Visco has no weeklies. But OIH is a nice gap now. So I feel a whole lot better with our put spread. All right, CGNX 42.32. Give me a second to post all these. All right, let's go. Neo. That's bottoming pattern, but that it's for me, it'd be a better put spread. All right, that SWTX triggered. Bottom range. Neo. Let's see, Roku ripping here. Neo, $8 puts. Not bad, 19 cents. Stop has to be Wednesday's low. All right, NT's. Wow. Alex, why did I scream wow? Anybody? What jumped out at me? I mean, there's no right answer, but except if you know me. Look at the volume on the daily chart. That's what I screamed wow at. It's only 10 minutes and it's already twice the daily average. Wow. All right, TV triggered. Man, I'm shocked. How many new longs we just got here in 10 minutes? But every one of them is a nice pattern. Wow. TFC, yeah, a little bull flag. Yeah, I like it. Stop Wednesday's low. XLF. Yeah, looks good. GE up alarm. Maxon. Maxon up alarm. That's one we entered yesterday. Solar stock looks great. Beautiful bottoming pattern. Beauty. All right, ACN up alarm. We entered half yesterday into the close. Those were our two sandwiches. Bear sandwich. All right, PDD. Let's hold off. I said 5-minute low for this very reason. Let's see, GMX, I put in the wrong thing. AAP triggered. AAP 59.56. ALGM. Nice. AAP, Alex. Oh, that's the one I like the most on your list. TGT core long. Mm, not a core pattern to me, but swing, yeah. A little similar to your truest. ABT, yeah, yeah, that's a breakout, sure. Um, and Greg, any comments on all these longs? I mean, five, six of them have triggered, but so many still look good. Like Abbott, this
Like
truest. So,
like every trade, intelligent hope mode that it works. They look good.
yeah, and I just don't want to get irrational exuberance, but these are all good patterns I'm posting.
So smaller positions and let's see what happens. We don't know. Every trade we look at, we believe it's going to work. But, if we knew for sure, we max out the credit card and go all in.
All right, so we'll do TFC over the high. Abbott, same. XLC alarm. Nice. GM triggered. I like that, Alex. It's called margin. Well, that's not true. Margin, they're only financing half. All right. I'm gonna